So let's see. Aha, Ilos is way over here. Let's go. It's fine, they don't know who we are. The golden age of the Protheans, Ilos was a verdant world, dotted with spires and arches of magnificent cities. Even casual observation shows this is no longer the case. Ilos has been devastated by means unknown, its entire surface changed to the color of rust. The atmosphere shows heightened levels of oxygen. Wildfires, presumably ignited by lightning strikes, can be seen burning on the dark side. This indicates that most, if not all, respirating animal life forms have died out. Surface gravity is a comfortable 1.17 standard Gs. Why do wildfires prove that breathing life forms have all died? Yeah. The Citadel is a point of no return for going back to the Citadel. This is the point of no return for everything.
Commander?
You probably shouldn't call me that. I probably shouldn't even be wearing this uniform.
Yeah, hell of a thing. We broke our oath to defend the Alliance, so we can keep it. What happens if this doesn't work out, Shepard? We mutinied, stole a prototype warship. If they wanted to get technical, they could throw in kidnapping. We're a hell of an example of humanity's best and brightest, huh?
I feel like kidnapping would be the least of those crimes, but that's just me.
I keep reminding myself we're doing the right thing. They don't believe me yet.
Well, if I didn't think you were doing the right thing, I wouldn't be here. It'll really hit the fan when we get to Ilos. If things don't go well, I want you to know. I've enjoyed serving under you.
Caden, do you have an LED in your nipple? Because you're glowing.
Caden, you stopped being a subordinate a long time ago. Don't you think it's time to act like it?
Battlefield flirting is one thing, Shepard. There are regs against fraternization. Huh, I suppose breach of protocol will be pretty far on the list of charges at our courts-martial. You know what? You're right. About everything. I think about losing you, and I can't stand it. And the galaxy will just keep going. Everything, even the Reapers, will come around again. But you and I, we are important right now. And this is what will never happen again. Us. Shepard, you make me feel human.
Bunk here tonight, Caden. With me.
Is that an order, Commander?
Caden, you make me feel like I could take on the universe. And right now, I kinda have to.
This can't change anything, Shepard. This is a good crew, the finest I've served with. I don't want to mess it up.
Also, one, that was fascinating. I didn't know any of that. Two, I think it's the favorite line, my favorite line that I've ever said to date. Woo, hello! And unlike in Dragon Age, we're not having sex with our panties on.
It's been a long time since I've met a woman who,
Bridge to Commander Shepard. We're 5 minutes out from the Mu relay.
Also, yes, I'm serious. If you actually watch carefully enough or shift the camera during the scenes, they are still in their underwear.
You know, I don't think I have all my stress worked out yet.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge. I swear, though, if anything happens to you, take care, Shepard.
Also, I love that option gives you the, makes Shepard seem like she's a giant horn dog. I don't remember whose scenes it actually is in. I think Morgan was one of them. You could very clearly see. I almost think he's doing it on purpose, but he's not being smug enough for doing it on purpose.
We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker,
I can do it.
gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
Also, I love that Shepard just has absolute faith in him when he says that, and I love just how quietly he is at first. Alright, so I am actually going to take Liara with me because I think she deserves to see the end of this. And also having a very strong biotic is going to help a lot. Plus, I kind of want to make it up to her for being so mean to her in the start. Are there any objections? Alright, let's go. And this is going to be my team until the end, because I don't believe you get a chance to change after that. That too, there is another specific reason I wanted her. But it's also because I do partly want to make up to her for being so mean.
You two, keep moving inside now.
Also, imagine what kind of pilot Shepard has to be to land the Mako like that. In all of that brush.
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Okay. So yeah, we can't go that way, so we need game Y. So we need to go south. Also, Geth ambushes don't work if you're walking out of a choke point to a cannon. Oh lord. Oh, am I actually supposed to leave the Mako here? I could totally fit it through there. That explains why I couldn't turn it around though. Oh no, I wouldn't have been able to fit it through here. Silly me for being dropped in the Mako. I thought we would actually have to use the Mako. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh god, we're having to fight these things on foot. Did I did! My lift is strong enough to pull up an armature. God, being a biotic is so fun. Whoa! Actually, you know what? If I remember what's going to happen correctly, I'm going to fix the Mako.
All targets down.
Because this could be really bad with the way I've got it angled right here. That's fine, that's fine. There we go. There we go, perfect. Well, this elevator's not getting us anywhere. Video game experience has taught me that it's going to be the one at the furthest fucking spot of this map that will actually take us somewhere. What the? Oh, that's these creepy things we've been seeing around. Hang on. I went too far down. Okay. Or I took the wrong turn? I guess? This place is exceedingly confusing if you haven't noticed. I really appreciate the radar. I just wish they gave you a mini-map as well. It's a gorgeous place. It's my favorite planet design-wise. But oh lord, is this confusing to navigate sometimes.
Now it gets fun.
What's that with my grenade? Ah! Depth perception. Depth perception is happening with that. Okay.
All targets down.
Huh, we found an elevator that worked before we got to the very ass end of this place. Look at that. I'm literally stuck. Shepard won't go up onto the ridge. I have literally somehow clipped down onto the ridge and Shepard will not move. Thankfully, apparently pushing hard enough to put me back off of it as well. Oh, I hate those stupid crawly things. Well, at least that was amusing.
Clear.
Shepard defeated by an ankle-high incline.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
I hope you realize I'm just imagining Shepard, like, staring at this ankle-high hill. Just like, how do I get around it? Garrus, help! What do I do? These statues are so freaky looking. I got something with the grenade this time. Did you not see that these statues have Cthulhu faces? Woo! Look at them go! You know, I don't know why I thought you, of all people, would think any differently. Okay. That's not the way. Oh, I see how this works now. Here's a panel. Let's poke it.
Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That is a chance we will have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It is probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we cannot understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Of course. Between the beacons and the cipher, an understanding of the Prothean language would have been transferred into your mind.
Hooray!
Not safe. Seek refuge. Inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Vault Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
Well, that was unhelpful. Okay, can we go down the middle now? Oh, we're right up against something we need. Back at the plaza. I think one of the Geth clipped out of bounds over there. So we open the door?
We take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker.
Good idea. Firepower will come in handy.
Why is this even a discussion? We dropped the Mako I guess we technically didn't drop it specifically to use it. I guess that's the whole thing
I
about
have
that.
spent my life studying the Protheans.
So, whoa.
But I never dreamed I would discover anything like this.
What?
This bunker might have been the last refuge of their entire species. Just imagine what mysteries it might hold. Imagine what secrets it might reveal.
Hey, try to remember why. Saren, the conduit, the fate of the entire known galaxy.
What even are these?
I am sorry. I was swept up in the moment. I just hope we have the opportunity to study this place in detail after this is done.
They just look like pipes to me.
I thought Saren would have set some kind of trap or ambush for us. They must have been in too much of a hurry.
Or we just have yet to run into it.
What is that? There's a lot of something on that wall. Doors? That's a lot of doors.
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods.
Oh.
The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive through cryogenic freezing. Something must have gone wrong. This bunker became the...
Oh. That's why I kept going slowly, because if you go too far, you will cut their chatter off. Also, that's not really fair! They were literally down way over here and could target me from way over there. Also, this is one of the places the Mako doesn't really work well. Why is the why is the cannon doing this? Mostly because there's so much debris on the ground that actually has hitboxes, it is constantly making the Mako bounce. Like that. That's a barrier. I thought that was a waterfall.
What is happening?
It's a trap. Sarah must have set an ambush.
I do not think Saren is behind this.
I mean, as Maverick pointed out, the other ones for the Mako was actually pretty fine. This one has way more spots in the terrain that just randomly bounce it feels like. It is entirely possible that it's just the tighter area makes the Mako feel even harder to control because it veers so violently. Oh lord, all of those doors have stasis pods.
I have studied the Protheans for decades, but I have never felt this sense of foreboding. What will we find down there?
And all of them are dead. This is creepy. Hello.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
This is incredible. An actual Prothean VI, and I can understand it.
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend.
That's pretty skilled.
My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence program?
I am an advanced non-organic analysis system, with personality imprints from Kesad Aishan, Chief Overseer of the Ilos Research Facility.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon.
Oh.
When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
How come nobody ever noticed the Citadel was an inactive mass relay?
The Reapers are careful to keep the greatest secrets of the Citadel hidden. That is why they created a species of seemingly benign organic caretakers. The Keepers maintain the station's most basic functions. They enable any species that discovers the Citadel to use it without fully understanding the technology. Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature. Not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
Also, in case you're curious, no, even if I had actually finished that Keeper quest, we wouldn't have learned anything. You don't find out this until you're right here.
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
This ain't good.
The Reapers can wipe out the Council and the entire Citadel fleet in a single surprise attack.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
Some of you must have managed to survive.
Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved.
Remember that for later.
These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
I don't understand. Where did the Reapers go after they conquered your people?
Our worlds were stripped bare, harvested by the indoctrinated slaves. Everything of value, all resources, all technology was taken. Certain that all advanced organic life had been extinguished, the Reapers retreated back through the Citadel relay into dark space, sealing it behind them. All evidence of the Reaper invasion had been wiped away. Only their indoctrinated slaves were left behind, abandoned. Mindless husks, no longer capable of independent thought, the indoctrinated soon starved or died of exposure. The genocide of the Protheans was complete.
What do the Reapers get out of this? Why do they keep repeating this pattern of genocide over and over?
The Reapers are alien, unknowable. Perhaps they need slaves or resources. More likely they are driven by motives and goals organic beings cannot hope to comprehend. In the end, what does it matter? Your survival depends on stopping them, not in understanding them.
I mean, you kind of have to understand to stop. Also, you notice Vigil mentioned it was all advanced life? There is the implication that if humanity had not found what they found on, I think it was Mars, we would not have been a target of the Reapers. They would have just glossed over us.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit is not a weapon. It is a backdoor onto the Citadel.
So yeah, humanity basically came in at the end of this cycle. Which is kind of fucked up when you think about it.
How did you manage to stay hidden?
All official records of our project were destroyed in the initial attack on the Citadel. While the Prothean Empire came crashing down, Ilos was spared. We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
He should have fought.
We were a few hundred against a galactic invasion fleet. Our only hope was to remain undetected.
Not what I meant you to say, Shepard.
I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
You were programmed to protect them, not kill them.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning. A way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
Aren't they under the influence of the Reapers?
The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Saren can use the conduit to bypass all the Citadel's external defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can transfer control of the station to Sovereign.
At which point we're all fucked.
Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay. And the cycle of extinction will begin again.
Is there any way we can stop them?
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit, follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
What do you want to bet it's somewhere that we've actually seen before, we just couldn't actually get access to?
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume the Reapers would leave one of their own behind after each extinction. A sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return. Like those in dark space, Sovereign probably spent most of the last 50,000 years in a state of hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation. Keeping its existence hidden, it would evaluate the state of galactic civilization. And when the time was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time the signal failed. The Keepers did not respond. Sovereign's allies were trapped in the void. Alone, it was forced to try and discover what had gone wrong.
Sovereign's the largest ship in the galaxy. Why all this secret? Why not just attack the Citadel?
Sovereign is not invincible. Revealing its true nature would have united the forces of every organic species against it. Even a Reaper couldn't survive such odds. But the Reapers are patient. They will not rush into the unknown. Sovereign could have been planning this for centuries, moving deliberately, gathering allies. Slowly, it has assembled the pieces of the puzzle, working through agents to keep itself hidden. Saren is the most visible pawn of the Reapers, but I doubt he was the first. Now Sovereign has grown bold. Whether from confidence or desperation, I cannot say. But it is determined to reopen the portal to dark space.
Yeah, like, it was fine when it was the corrupted message thing, but I don't understand why they made something that talks a lot this hard on the eyes.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime? And the one on Vermeer? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were destroyed during the invasion, but once the Reapers were gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors, but if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope, so a message was sent across the network.
Also, Vigil's name is another bit of evidence to the whole thing of the universal translator just translates stuff into your own language to better understand it. Because an alien race called the Prothean, that with an alien race from 50,000 years ago with a language that normal people nowadays can't even understand, that a researcher nowadays can't even understand, would not have something that had such a meaningful name in English.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
I honestly really like it because it prevents players from having to remember a bunch of like nonsense gobbledygook words that you made up just to make things feel more real. But also it doesn't make everything seem like it is just suddenly suspiciously English. I think the only thing it straight translates are proper names, like Garrus's name and Liara's name.
So when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
A more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations, perhaps the very first. Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply bred them to be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel. But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself. When the Protheans altered the Citadel's signals, they broke Sovereign's hold over the Keepers. Now, they are completely harmless.
Sovereign must have realized organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
I should have warned this would be such a huge info dump, but I honestly forgot it would be.
What happened to the survivors from the Conduit project?
They used the Conduit to gain access to the Citadel, but the Conduit is only a prototype. The portal only links in one direction, so they were trapped on the station. I do not know what became of them then. It is unlikely they found any food or water on the station. I fear they suffered a slow, grim death. I only know they succeeded in their mission to seal the relay. Your presence here proves their sacrifice was not in vain.
I can only hope that they had a gun on them.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
Shepard, are you sure? Who knows how much longer Vigil will be here? Even now the projection is weak. This might be our only chance to speak with it, our only link to the knowledge of the Protheans. It is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Or, here's a random thing. Why wouldn't you just make Vigil a Prothean VI? I think it would have been a lot cooler if you actually got even a partly corrupted version of the Prothean here. Like, you wouldn't have to make it super clear, you could obscure it enough that you couldn't quite tell what it looked like, but it could still give you an idea.
I'm sorry, Liara. We have to stop Saren. Nothing else matters.
Also, I already drilled him for all the info, Liara.
I am sorry. My personal feelings clouded my judgment. We should go.
The one you call Saren has not reached the Conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
I think I know why they didn't. It's not something I can talk about for a long time, enough that I'll probably completely forget by the time I talk about it. But I still think that they should have, at the very least, it should have been something that was very clear to see. Even if...
All their culture, all their advanced technology, and the Protheans were taken in by the Reapers just as we were. They failed.
The Protheans did not fail. They gave us a chance. It falls to us to make the most of it. So I suggest we hurry.
I mean, even a human would have been better than that, and just have it say that it took on a form that you were more familiar with or something. I still would have preferred at least a glimpse at what the Protheans look like. But, I mean, anything would have been better than that. Yeah, there you go. And even if you obscured it mostly, if a blurry figure could still do a lot because it could gesture, it could sort of move. You could see it shrug or its shoulders slump or things like that. Whee! Oh, what? What? Why? What? Oh my god, I hate... See, this is what I mean. The Mako feels like it's controlling so much worse here than it did on Vermeer. I don't know why, but it just suddenly feels like it's way more difficult to actually control. So there's gotta be something with the way this floor is coded. This is another issue with that, is that they get super close, which the Mako can't fight close range. It doesn't let you. This is one reason why I can never imagine playing this game on a higher difficulty. The other games, I can understand why you would want to play them on a higher difficulty. I personally don't, but I can get why other people would. This one, it would just make the Mako combat so much worse. How could you ever stand that? You know what? I've got so much Medigel to fix this thing, I'm just gonna drive forward. It's like, on Vermeer, I was actually a little sad to leave the Mako behind, because that was actually fun. Now I want to get out of the Mako as soon as I physically can, because oh my god, this is terrible. I hear the thing is it's drifting without any input from me. Even if I'm trying to tell it to go straight, it's sort of drifting in a direction. Why is this planet suddenly so bad?
There, the conduit. It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
Speaking of Geth... Yeah, you guys were sure prepared for this, weren't you?
Activate the defenses. Seal the station. The arms aren't moving. Systems not responding.
Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council!
Citadel Control! Citadel Control, do you copy?
No, I don't think they do. Alright. So you don't get a chance to save here, so I should have saved her before there, but what are you gonna do? I feel like it really should have given you the chance, but it auto-saved, I think, so... And we literally just drive the Mako into the sky.